One of the things we learned not to do in the Time Art, by the way, was upstage other people. So he came in today and he had a look at my tie. Look what he got when he went home. Well, you're welcome, Dickie Byrne, please.
Thanks for all coming. A few years ago, RT Radio 1, they ran a competition. I was driving along in the car one day, and this competition was to find the biggest bullshitter in Ireland. Now,
before he goes any further, I learned from the master.
So I said, well, you know, who knows? So the next thing I got a phone call from them. They said, would you enter this competition? And I said, well, what do I have to do? And they said, well, we'll give you a topic and you can bullshit about it for 5 minutes. So, as it happened, I forget the topic, I forget the bullshit, but I won the damn thing.
Oh. No surprise, no surprise.
And the prize, of course, was a weekend down in a luxury hotel down in Killaloe with great fun. But when I was accepting my present on the radio, and I was being interviewed, I forget who was actually, what radio RTE personality was doing it. But I said, I'll accept this, but I accept it with one caveat. I said, had Tom Kenny not been on holidays, I wouldn't have won this. Tom and I, as he said, go back a long way. My first real contact with Tom was in the Tiger. When he came in with the UCG Cumandromiachta to play a part in Jimmer the Gasgrania called Keoch Navamori. He was clad in a small bit of seaweed, and I have to say his talents were on view for everybody. And that's where we got to know each other first. Eventually he opened a little shop down on the corner where the knickers shop now is, as I call it, on the corner of Cross Street and High Street, selling old Galway prints and various things. And very kindly of him, he took a few of my drawings and he sold quite a few drawings and watercolours over the years, and that kind of cemented our relationship. We've known each other for a long time. He's a bigger bullshitter than me, but you know, I keep on trying. Any of these days I'll catch up with him. I'd like to thank a few people. Tim Johnson, Alison and all at Ballybay. Tim and I met, as he said, when we were doing Galway on the Bay about, I don't know, about 6 or 7 or 8 years ago. It was a book that my great friend Derek Biddulph illustrated, and that I did the notes, and Heather O'Dowd did the introduction, and so it was a kind of a 3-piece book. But I'm happy to say that every now and again I still get the odd check in the post from Tim, which is all these years means somebody's still buying the damn thing, which is good. I don't mean damn thing, Tim, wherever you are. I mean, it's a nice book. It's a nice book, actually. I'd like to thank Tom, Desi and Connor and all of the great staff they have for this wonderful launch here tonight, and for all the help they've given us. I'd like to give a little round of applause to all the Kelly. I'd like to thank my beloved Dorothy for her patience and for all the time she had to spend reading that goddamn typescript, correcting the spelling, syntax, and all of the goodies. I'd like to thank all of my great friends. I'm happy to know that most of the people I'm looking around at here are my friends, and I'm happy to see you all here, and my family as well, my daughter, granddaughter, daughter-in-law. It's good to see you all here, and I'm delighted that we had such a nice occasion. Finally, I would like to thank my old granddad, the Boogie Man, because he was the guy that gave me the title. Here's another man who knows the Boogie Man. He's the senior member of our family, John Kelly. John. Those of you who know Dolores and Gracie, John is their older brother. Very quiet man, but he wasn't always that way. He knows all about the Boogie Man, and he knows all about tell him who you are, because it was in all of our ears all the time. So I hope you like the book. If you don't like it, keep your mouth shut. If you do like it, then you and the whole object is to sell as many of them as we can. So Tom forgot to say that. That's unusual. So thank you all for turning up and enjoy the rest of the evening. And the wine you're drinking, most of it, by the way, is from our co-op in France. So you're drinking GDI. Domaine de Dorothy, as we call it. Seamus Martin has one called Chateau de la Feet, F-E-E-T, which is so called because they missed the white intake of wine, and so they had to stamp it with their feet to get it ready. But it's one of those things. Thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed the book, and hopefully we'll be here again in a year or two next week.
Oh, yeah, that's